All right, all right, Don. Give me 1 second because it's moving a little bit slow. I'm gonna go live. One
Okay.
second, 1 second. Come on, come on. Oh, and here we go. Now, Don, we can crank it up.
All
We're
righty.
we're good to go.
Yes, sir.
How you doing this evening?
Doing pretty good, man. It's been a while since
Uh,
we've been on this chat, man.
yeah, I'm Marcus, and I'm here with my co-host Don, Mr. J.R. Lilly himself,
Yes.
Junior Lilly himself.
hmm
So tonight, Don, what we're going to talk about is long distance relations, part two.
Part two.
Part two. So for those who joined us a few months ago, we had a part one with our guest Twyla Be Good, and we talked about her and her long distance relationship, and we tried to get her, as they said, their boo in, but we had some
hmm
technical difficulties. But we don't have them today. We gonna get it
No,
down.
not at all.
We gonna get into questions, and we're gonna start getting deep. Now we can really hear what he had to say.
hmm I like
Yeah,
that.
you like that? I know. You know, she's here because she. Guess what? Because you know how ladies are. They're gonna make sure they check their man, make sure, hey, that's not true. Keep them on straight and narrow, like a good woman
Yes.
does.
Yes.
And so, are you ready for today's episode, Don?
I am ready, sir. Love across miles, inspiration, long distance relationship journey, part two. Let's
Two.
get into it.
All right, let's bring them in. We got Twyla Be Good,
Hello.
and
Hello.
and we got the bearded guy, live and in color.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
no technical difficulties this time.
Yes, sir. We worked it out.
Welcome aboard.
So how y'all doing this evening?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Doing
Doing good.
well.
Oh yes, we already see that. We already see how the difference is. We doing well and we doing all right. So just to do a quick recap, Twyla, tell everybody, give introduction to yourself.
Okay, so my name is Twyla Be Good. And first of all, thank you so much for having us on your show. And I am a certified clinical sexuality coach. And so I work with individuals and couples on how to have a more sensual and healthy sex life, as well as have an overall healthy relationship, either with themselves or with their partner. So I'm super excited to talk about long distance relationships and that they can work with the right person.
Okay. That is the key with the right
The
person,
right
not just
person.
anybody.
Uh,
Right, right.
so and the bearded guy. We just give a little touch about yourself. You know, we already know he's the bearded guy, and that's what we're gonna keep it. The bearded guy. It's like your
Right.
stage. Like, I won't say your stage name, but it's like your celebrity name.
There you go, man. There you go. Well, I am the bearded guy, Texas raised. I won't go more specific than that, anonymity. I am the chief participant in the Twyla Be Good Research Institute. So, we try to make sure we study and, study hard, study long,
Mhm.
study
Right.
right.
There you go.
Right
I
on,
like
right
that.
on.
Good answer. Good answer,
Yeah,
sir. I appreciate that.
you make that long distance worth it.
That's
They gonna
it.
get
That's it. I
Hercules.
got I got a lot of things on the board. We had when we have meetings, we got a lot on the agenda, so we have to get through
Yeah. And sometimes you got to eat too, huh?
That's it, brother.
That may be involved.
Oh,
Oh wow.
so, Twilight, and so Twilight, be the guy. How long have y'all guys been in your current relationship?
3 years. It was 3 years. March 6th.
Oh, so
Okay.
y'all just celebrated 3 year
Hmm.
anniversary.
hmm
Hmm. Yep. three
So,
years.
Kia, Kia McLean posts, "Hey y'all,
Oh,
Hey.
I'm gonna
my my
say,
my babe." So you can actually, that's her right there. If you look on it, you can see a chat, and that says, she says, "Hey y'all," that's her.
Okay.
oh, okay, hey,
Yeah, so she's here, and I got a feeling she's gonna throw some questions your way.
oh,
Okay.
All right. So, Don,
Yes,
since
sir.
since you wasn't here last time, I'm gonna let you kick it off. What's the first thing you would like to address to these lovely people?
Yes, let me dive into some of these questions that I wanted to ask. to these lovely individuals. I did get a chance to review the previous recording, and so some of these questions may be repetitive. So please feel free to let me know if this is something that you can address or discuss it in different ways. So my first question is, and it pertains to you guys. When you went about seeking a relationship, was there a particular method or option you chose to seek a long distance relationship, or was it just something that happened by chance?
Oh, bearded guy.
No, well, for me, I'd say it happened by chance.
Mhm,
We met and we enjoyed each other's company, and it was
mhm,
kind of like, well, hey, we met again. With the more we kept seeing each other, it's kind of like, hey, I like you, you like me, we got
yeah,
a good vibe, and I'd like to, kind of get to know each other exclusively instead of just dating around.
yes,
So
Right.
we both kind of, like you say, we're adults, so we can either say, hey, we want to be exclusive or not. And I
okay,
mean, I think the biggest thing for us, the advantage, and Twila, you can back this up, is that we happen to have met up or kind of got to know each other during the Corona time. So
yeah,
for like
Mhm.
the first 6 months, we basically were on the phone. So we actually got a chance to know each other before
yeah,
we actually met each other.
okay, yeah,
Mhm.
So it wasn't that, I guess, like that awkward first date. It was kind of
hmm
like, okay, now I got a face to go with you know,
the
with the
voice,
conversation.
yes,
So it just kind of picked it up even more.
Okay.
Right.
that's great.
For
I
for a
Yeah.
appreciate that,
recap,
sir. That's great.
real quick, how long were you guys talking on the phone before you actually met?
That was 6 months. We met, it was October. We met in a Facebook dating group, actually. And
Mm.
so he had posted his photo, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you was
And
feeling that photo.
yes, I was. And
I'm just
then,
saying, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
saying,
yeah, 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 yeah.
Was the
just
beard
saying,
down here, or was
The
it was
beauty,
it
the
kind
beauty
of
guy club,
high
you
and
know.
tight?
nah, it was close cropped at the time, but
Yeah,
brother looking debonair with that
yeah,
that selfie look, and
yeah, yeah,
hey,
yeah. The
hey,
fresh
big
cut.
head,
Yeah, the
Oh,
fresh cut.
he was dapper.
so I liked his photo. And then I posted a photo of myself. Fast forward, he messaged me on Facebook Messenger. And then we were talking on Messenger for about maybe a week or so. And then we exchanged phone numbers and, just continued to talk over the phone. And it was so funny because when we wanted to meet, it was the Texas freeze. And like I said, it was during the pandemic. And so for
Yeah,
6 months, we had the chance to truly get to talk to each other over the phone
yeah.
without having actually seen each other face to face. And then March 6th, when the world opened back up, he came down here and we actually saw each other face to face at Sandaga.
And on that March 6th, is that when y'all made it official?
You know, well,
well,
we made
we
other things
officially met
official.
each other.
Okay, all right. Because you
We
said
made
that
other things
anniversary.
official.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
okay.
well, we already got through the preliminary. We grown, so you ain't need to be,
So look,
beating around
it's
the
been
bush.
6 months.
You had to
So
break that ice, huh, for real.
you know,
I needed to do research. Okay.
you know, and I was willing to do some research. Yeah,
Yes.
well,
But after that, we continued to talk on the phone and realized that we truly liked each other. And then I can't remember how long after that we were like, so are we going to be exclusive? But we actually articulated that. It
Yes,
wasn't like, oh, I'm
gotcha now.
assuming that we are together.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
Okay, that's great.
so my
That's
thing,
great.
so bearded guy, and that's when did you say, or did you have any hesitation, like, I don't know about this long distance, what was your thoughts when because you already had a commute. It's gonna be a long distance relationship. Did you ever have any apprehension, or you go like, nah, she's the one? What was your thoughts on that?
well, to be honest with you, the drive, I drive all the time, so the drive wasn't a big deal.
Hmm.
The bigger deal to me was just finding somebody to vibe with, because I
Yeah,
mean, we know that as the older you get, the kind of the pool is not as the quality, if you
Yeah.
will, and you just find you what you're trying to find is somebody that you can actually enjoy being around.
Yeah.
You know, and when you find somebody that you can actually enjoy being around, it's like, well, hey man, you know what? It's a drive, but I'd rather drive 4 hours to be around somebody I can enjoy than to drive, 10 minutes and I'm looking at my watch every hour to see like, man, is this date over with? Or,
Yeah.
you know, I'm trying to cut it short.
That's a,
Mm,
that's a that's a good point of reference there.
yeah. Don't get no
Yeah.
speeding tickets trying to get to school.
Oh no, I said I make sure I leave early, so I make sure I get there on time.
Right
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, because the teacher is waiting.
I know you're right. I make sure I do all the school crossings. You know what I'm
You got to slow down, still crossing and run over somebody.
saying? Yes, sir.
Boy, this
Celebrity.
is a lovely, perfect relationship. Y'all two feed off each other well.
Yeah, I think they definitely established that repertoire with amongst each other's. Let
Yeah,
me,
what you
Mhm.
said. Yeah.
Absolutely.
sure. Now, I want to ask another question in regards to you guys' relationship. Were there guidelines or barriers that you guys place on your relationship, or were there certain aspects that of expectations that you wanted from this long distance relationship?
Mm. I think the biggest thing in the beginning we talked about how would we communicate? That was the biggest thing.
Hmm.
Texting, talking over the phone. What does that actually look like?
Yeah.
Um, so we did talk about that. And so, like, that was an expectation or something that I brought up. I was like, hey,
Hmm.
if this is going to work, we have to make sure that we communicate,
Yeah.
preferably for me daily. But sometimes, we can actually talk over the phone daily, then we do text. Now,
Hmm.
he knows after like 2 days, if I have not heard his voice, he already knows.
Sending the paramedics check him out.
Listen, so he already knows. But yeah, that was something that we, talked about in the very beginning.
Mhm.
I can't think of anything else as far as like expectation.
I mean, I
Can you think
was
of
thinking more
anything?
like you was probably inform him you got to be down here every other weekend.
Oh, no, 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 no. Now, see, like that, it was with his work schedule
Hmm.
and my work schedule. And, I have a full-time job as well. And I have two boys. So, and
Yes.
they're teenagers. So, seeing each other every weekend, if he was even here or I was
Hmm.
there, may or may not happen.
I got you.
That's just
Bearded guy, what's your
right.
take on that question, sir?
Well, I mean, as far as the seeing each other all the time, that would be hard even for me because I run my own business and
Hmm.
I have projects and sometimes I have long hours.
Hmm.
And, that's a good thing. Like say, when I can't talk to her, before it's too late, we text you throughout the day. So,
Mhm.
Hmm.
communication is always, paramount,
Okay.
and, we always try to, as far as like I told her, my number one thing is with the communication is number one, I am not a mind reader. So I
Hmm.
don't want to assume, tell me.
Yes.
I'm grown. I'm a big boy. You know, I can take it. So if it's something you're happy with, tell me. If it's something you're not happy with, tell me. We'll
Hmm.
address it. We'll talk about it. But let's not do any hidden expectation or hidden communication where you think I should know what you're thinking, and vice versa.
Yeah, those are good
And
points.
and just let's date each other. Let's not put no
Hmm.
pressure. Let's not, I expect you to do this, and or I have an attitude with you where I
Hmm.
wouldn't have an attitude with somebody else.
Got
When I come to be with you, I come
you.
to have a good time. You my escape.
Yeah.
If I got stress at work, I leave that at work.
Hmm.
When we together, I expect us to laugh, have a good time, crack jokes, you know, all the good things of dating. So
Mhm.
Yes.
let every time we meet, it's like the first time we met. You know.
Hmm.
Mm,
There you go.
that's
Every time it's like the first time.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
It is. It really is. I call them adventures. So every adventure is completely different.
Yes.
And something else that helps us too is having a calendar, a shared calendar, so we can like keep track of
Oh,
like the weekends that
Wow.
we can see each other. That really, helps. It's very beneficial. So it's like, okay, well, I can see I'm free on this weekend. Are you free? And then it's like, well, yeah. So we'll put that on the calendar so
hmm
we will know we can plan accordingly.
that's
So
great.
that that helps a lot. And if something does come up to where we can't see each other on that planned weekend,
hmm
it's communicated early enough to where we can reschedule
Yeah.
so we can see each other the next time.
We have a question that has been proposed uh, to the chat, so I'm going to read it here and get you guys' opinion on this. The question is, what about double dating or connecting with other couples? How do you connect in Houston and Dallas for those meetups and have private time?
Oh, so when he comes to Dallas, we may meet up with some other couples. Yeah. Now,
hmm
at the end of the year in December, we celebrate December birthdays.
Yes.
Since his birthday is in December.
Sagittarius.
And we get together, I think it's about like 7 couples, and we
Oh,
get
okay.
together, vibe out and have a good time. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, when we can, we try to get with other couples, you
hmm
know, and have a good time that way.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you ever like say, hey, no, we're not gonna get with other couples. We need this time. Have you ever had
Uh-huh.
ever had the moments like,
oh yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah.
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 Everybody's got to be on the background because we got to do some research today. We got some
Well,
research getting ready to go
Yeah.
on. I'm
the
calling an emergency meeting.
Teddy
Right.
Pendergrass turn
We
out the
have to,
lights.
yes. It,
buildup is
it
real.
Yes, sir.
and also too, I've had to realize that we don't always have to do something every time we see each other.
Yeah.
Because
Mm,
I'll be like, oh, I want to do this and I want to go here and I want to do that. And so I've realized we don't always have to do that. We
Okay.
can sometimes just, Netflix and truly chill out and not go anywhere. Like get
Yeah.
something and, bring it back to the room and just relax. And that is so refreshing. So yeah,
Is it really Netflix and chill, or is it actually research?
it's research.
Let's just say all the above.
It,
Okay.
We put on a movie every now and then.
and make a movie.
So that Netflix prompt come up and say, "Are you still watching?"
No,
and she said, and make a movie.
we
You
make a
know,
movie and watch a
We
movie.
make the movie and watch it.
um,
Okay.
Well, we
um,
got to run through the script, right?
There you go.
Right.
that's illegal in Texas.
Listen.
That's illegal in Texas. We going.
He said it was in Texas.
All right. So we have another question. Do
Oh,
you
I'm
know your?
sorry. The second part, there was action about Houston when we connect in
Mhm.
Houston.
Yes.
Well, what I try to do, because I figured I know she got a boys. My kids are grown, so when she comes down here, I try to look at it more like a little getaway for her. So I
hmm
plan out that whole weekend. So we're
Oh,
going different things. We're showing the different sites, and of
yeah.
Houston. Because
hmm
like I say, it's so much to do in Houston. You can't get it all in, but I try to keep it where, hey, when she come down, I take her to a bunch of different places. We may be on, Spring. We'll be in Sugarland. We'll be in Katy.
hmm
So I try to show her
Yeah.
all of it, but kind of give her a,
Galveston, all that.
yeah. So I plan out the date, so that weekend, so she can actually enjoy. Sometimes I have to slow her down because she come down. She's like, "Well, I want to do this. I want to do that." No, relax. You in the passenger seat. Just put your
Yeah.
seatbelt on and just enjoy the ride.
And
Right.
I
All
had,
right.
you know what? I had to learn that though, like seriously, because I would get down there and be like, oh, I want to do this and do that. So I had to learn to enjoy just being truly, like you said, in the passenger seat and being a passenger princess and just relax.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
That's great.
Let him take the wheel.
Yeah.
That's it.
The bearded guy seemed like he's embraced a leadership role in the relationship, and
Hmm.
and when you smiling, you like riding that past.
Listen.
Well, you know what? As a man that was raised by a manly man and been through generations of manly men, that I'm sure y'all all know, I don't have to tell you, hey, I don't have to always be the dictator. You know, it's things that you can do, but it's something that if I want to do it, it's like, okay, well, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know, we can, well, you want to do this? Okay, but we're going to do this first. And then we'll do this. And eventually you get to where, okay, it's kind of like a trust thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
if I
I
tell
really
you, hey,
understand.
look, trust me, I want to do this, and I take you to like, you know, we're gonna play video games, then you're probably gonna be like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna take him. He's taking me,
Yeah.
but when I show you, hey, the trust that you put in me was rewarded, then it's
Yes.
kind of reciprocated. Like, okay, if he says, hey, just relax, then I know I'm gonna have a good time.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So it's one of those things that, you know, it's give and take. And I know, like I said, she got 2 boys too, so I know she's, you know, has to kind of put the hammer down because I know how us teenagers are, you know.
Mm.
So I guess
Yeah.
it's always nice to be able to let her get a little unwind and relax.
Right.
There you go. There you go. Now, Marcus, you said you had a question you was going to propose.
Well, there was a couple more questions in the chat, and I just want to address them real quick. The second one was, do you know the final location you'll live?
Oh, I'm moving to Houston. I already know that.
There you go.
I'm moving to Houston, and yeah, and it will not be with my package. No,
So
because for me, my boys are 17 and 15. So,
Mm,
you know, I have a soon to be senior in high school, and I don't want to move him
yeah.
just yet. So
Get him off
the
the
timing
couch.
on all of this is fine because I'm not in a position to move down there just yet. So from my end, this is fine, you know, with the commute, because I'm not ready to move just yet. But when I
That's,
do,
mhm.
oh yeah, it's just going to be me.
I got you.
So the bearded
So
guy, what is your end game in regards to the long distance relationship that you and Twyla have?
Oh, I mean, definitely her moving down here. Uh, as far as let's say being together. I mean, definitely a long relationship. You know,
Mhm.
marriage and all that. We're still talking about that part, but like I
Okay.
said,
Mhm.
that's definitely not out of the question.
Yeah.
have you ever said to yourself, "Screw it, just come"? You ever get that urge like
Wait,
I'll,
just wait.
just come.
My
Just don't
mind
worry about
went
it. We
there.
worry about it. It has it. Oh damn! I just caught on. So
Yeah,
he just caught that one. That just
Uh,
I'm talking about your.
as a
I'm talking about
sex
as
coach,
where
you
you
just went right
live.
there.
See,
As where
yeah,
you
yeah.
live.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. What was it again?
Marcus.
Have you ever said to yourself, "I just want to move," or have you ever said, "Be the guy who say, I just want you to move. Come on, I can't wait. We'll worry about the rest later." Have you ever had those urges? I had to reword this.
had those
Urges.
urges. I
Oh,
mean,
like
that
urges.
was
Like
kind of right there too, brother. I'm trying to hold back, man. I'm trying
Yeah.
not to say nothing. I'm trying to
Yeah,
keep it
y'all
clean.
a couple.
But I
Oh,
mean, I understand, you know, especially with with the young men that she have, and you know, we're all grown, so
mhm.
but her having her young men growing up, wanting to go through school and graduate high school. I mean, I understand the dynamics of that, so I never want to put any unnecessary pressure on her that she doesn't already have being a parent. So I mean, like I said, I'm supportive, and should tell you, I back her 110%, and I don't mind. I'll make the drive. You don't have to
There you
put
go.
that pressure on you.
That's a man right there. I want to
Mhm.
provide another question. It's a two-part question. One of the questions comes from me, and I'm going to intertwine it with a question that's in the chat. And the question is, what are some of the pitfalls of having a long distance relationship, such as do you ever make plans and they get canceled? And how do you resolve the disappointment?
Ooh, some of the pitfalls. Uh, yeah, making plans that has happened before, and something came up and couldn't see each other. So you are disappointed within that moment.
Mhm.
but you have to understand if it's something that's out of their control. Okay.
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, let me get it together. I may be, sad or kind of ticked off,
Yeah.
you know, because I had to reschedule something. But, we talk about when can we see each other again. I would
Mhm.
say that would be the biggest hurdle
Mhm.
is making plans and then something happens where you have to change those plans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, do you have anything
Unforeseen
else, bearded
circumstance.
guy?
No, I think that's the biggest. But I also look at it as this: that can happen. You could be right next door to each other and have those same
Mhm.
things happen. So I
Mhm.
don't look
Yeah.
at it as a hindrance, And I think it because I have my own business. I know she has a thriving business, and she also has her kids and everything. So, and instead of us having the compact and expectation of figuring that we have to see each other so much,
Yeah.
because when you're really close, you're kind of like, hey man, I gotta see you like every day or every other day. Well, we don't have that added pressure.
Mhm.
So she has her things she can take care of when it's with her kids, with everything else that she's doing. And I have my business. But when we get together, it's our time. It's
Yeah.
no
Mhm.
distractions. It's no having to worry about anything else. It's just us. So I mean, some people think of it as a negative. I think of it personally as a positive because I take all the stress and the luggage of the business and I
Mhm.
leave it here. When
Yeah.
I hop in the car and I'm going north on 45,
Mhm.
there is no stress. I deal with the stress when I'm coming back south.
I
You know,
got you.
so they say it. A lot of people call it, a lot of problems. I'm like, no, it's not. It's actually a lot better than you think it is.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like you driving to your peace.
Exactly.
You
I
know.
am driving to my visa. You know what I'm saying? That was
Shit.
right there, Marcus. My bad, bro. That's
Yes, yes.
Peace of mind. Okay, you driving to your peace of mind. Let me complete my thoughts all the way through. We we we, we like we in the locker room. We gonna keep talking. I dig it, but I'm
Listen. Yes.
oh
Yes. Whew.
right
You
on.
guys are
Yeah.
bringing some great responses to some of these questions that we have. It's best. It is opening my eyes to a better understanding of long distance relationships. What about you, Marcus? What do you think?
Well, because I'm I've been knowing them and they were seeing their long distance relationship for a while now.
Hmm.
But since with me and since they've been together, they've been longer, and so all I know is them to have it, and it seemed to thrive. And when
Mhm.
if I can recall, you even have people in your family or social circle who also are in long distance relationships.
Mhm. Yep.
So as I perceive it, so being surrounded by other people who are making it work, I would think it like okay, it can work. Let's keep it going. They can do it, I can do it, or it's possible. Instead of
Hmm.
seeing all like you say the pitfalls. I
Yeah.
tried it and it didn't work, or no, I just can't do this, or I just need me a piece. I can't wait. Cause
Mhm.
I think that's one of the biggest questions that people will have is the sexual aspect. Is can I maintain my sexual I don't know what word is because Twilight gonna correct me shit. Um
Urges,
urges,
desires.
desires. Come on, yeah, all that, you know.
Mhm. I think you
And
can when you realize that you have this connection with someone. You're not going to get that from any other person. So it may fill a void at that moment, but if you're committed to that person, then you'll wait. You will, it is challenging at
Mhm.
times. Yes, Lord, it is. But I just
run the
have
tape.
to
Just rerun the tape of the sex tape you made earlier that week.
listen. You
Uh,
really so, I can say for myself, and we talked about this before, just staying busy. Just
yeah.
we have so much other stuff that we have to
Hmm.
do. to where I'm not thinking about the sex part. I'm thinking about him, okay?
Yeah. Yes.
But those
Absolutely.
urges, I channel that energy elsewhere, because I don't want to be with anybody else. So, but going back to surrounding yourself with couples, and you mentioned that his brother actually is in a long distance relationship. And so that's kind of funny there. Did you want to tell them about that bearded guy?
Yeah,
Sure.
they've actually been in a year longer than we have, and actually met in the same group in Facebook.
Oh,
So I mean, and they do, and she's out of state, so they meet up and they have a good time, and they say it's been 4 years, and they both seem very happy with the relationship.
Hmm.
I got a question to interject here. You said she's out of state, so is your brother in Texas?
Yes.
All right. Now, with that being said, is there such thing as being too far to establish a long distance relationship? Do you
I
think?
don't think it is. I mean, I think personally, it's like everything else. It's depends on the people.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know, Twilight, you may remember, we met a couple that was like when we first went to Florida, they meet up
Yeah.
once every 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And I think she said they've been doing it for like double-digit years. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
so I
That's
guess
amazing.
it all depends on the people and
Yeah.
what you want. I mean, do you get what you want out of the relationship? Or is if it's not good for you,
Mhm.
okay, but if it is, then hey, why cancel something or create a problem where there's not one?
So
When
true.
y'all get, because I'm a big
Yeah.
person, it's like, well, hey, when y'all get together, do y'all have a good time? You know,
Mhm.
you can always say like the sexual urges. Well, hey, as men, let's face it, you get sexual urges every day. Twice on Sunday. So that
Just
part,
waking up.
right? So that part is always there.
Mhm.
But are you if you're gonna just continue to chase after sex, then you're not
Yeah.
gonna have anything else in life.
Yeah.
So,
The,
as men, as people that want to be providers and leave something, you got to have a purpose.
yeah.
So your purpose has to be way more than just sex.
Exactly. There you go.
Now,
My man.
once that time comes, oh, it's time to get it in. But
Oh, yeah.
after that,
Yeah. Yeah. So before we ain't gonna keep you too long because you're gonna need you a cold shower in a minute. Uh, uh, but to piggyback off what Don was saying, and if you was to talk to somebody else who are thinking about a long distance relationship, would you say money is a factor about maintaining a healthy long distance relationship?
Yeah.
yeah,
Dating in general is, money is gonna be a factor. But long distance, you have to, truly put that in your budget as far as like travel, gas, any type of hotel costs. If you're going to travel, outside of where you are,
Mhm.
how much does that cost? And just the little things of dating, going out to eat, this adventure, that adventure. So,
You gotta have an itinerary then, pretty much.
Yeah.
oh, absolutely.
mhm,
And you know what? And I'll say this, even for people who maybe you don't have as much of a budget, I'll say
Mhm.
expectations. I mean,
Yeah.
mhm,
you can go to the extravagant places, and do that at certain times, and maybe your budget doesn't allow that, you
Mhm.
know. But I always say that you have to plan it. You
Mhm.
can't just, some people that, hey, you know what, you can stay with them at their place, or we don't have to go to State 48. Longhorn is fine. Maybe
Yeah.
Chili's is good. You know, a lot of people put expectation on the places you go,
Yeah.
but what about the experience? Because I don't care if I go to Denny's or I go to Root Chris, if you with somebody that absolutely is horrible, the experience is the same.
Yeah.
I just
mhm.
$300 more at
Yeah.
Root Chris than I did at Denny's. So to
Right.
me, it's more about the person I'm with and the chemistry, and am I having a good time?
Yes.
I mean, You can be Netflix and chill and have a blast.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what I tell anybody. It's the biggest thing is the person you're going to be with worth it.
Yeah.
Man, you've already pretty much answered my next question, but I'm going to ask you anyway, and it may be pointed towards Twyla, since she's the relationship coach. Can a long distance relationship work for certain personalities, or does it take a particular personality to see the benefits of having an established long distance relationship?
I would say having an open mind
Hmm.
and not shutting down the idea of being open to a long distance relationship. If you meet
Okay.
someone and everything is great, the chemistry is there, you really like that person,
Hmm.
and you shut it down and be like, well, that's a long distance relationship, I'm not going to pursue that, then you are missing out. So you want to have an open mind. You have
Okay.
to have that type of personality. And then really get to know the person. Like, I consider him my best friend, but it took us time, like those 6 months, truly getting to know each other and talking to each other. That was very beneficial for myself. And I overall
Hmm.
think for the relationship as a whole. So, the type of person needs to have an open mind and won't be like, oh, long distance relationships aren't going to work. I've heard negative things
Hmm.
about long distance relationships, and you have to tune that out
Yeah,
and not let that interfere with what it is that you may want to pursue with someone that you really like.
it's amazing.
So you know
Mhm.
what you
Well
just
said.
said, Twyla, actually goes along with what Babe said in the comments. She says talking to people on the podcast definitely broadens the mindset and understanding about it. Appreciate you all sharing. This is great. Okay, bearded guy. Oh yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
You know.
Let me.
One of our favorite restaurants is IHOP, talking about going out to eat. So IHOP is like our favorite restaurant on, Sundays. And we will
Never.
sit there and talk.
Chocolate
And,
pancakes with whipped cream.
well,
I say
I
all of that because
already done flipped some flapjacks. So that before the IHOP, you know what I'm saying? So
What about the whipped cream?
oh yeah, that too, one way or another. You know what I'm saying?
Flap, flap.
yes, flip the flapjack. Yes. Oh.
Uh,
Hmm.
Let me
All
try to sneak in another question here between the couple here. Is this your guys' first experience at a long distance relationship, or is this one that you've tried before and it didn't work, but this time it seems to be a success?
For me, this is
My
my first.
first.
Okay.
And my first.
Yeah,
Hmm.
All right.
Well,
That's cool.
we where this is going, it's gonna be your first, only, and your
Your
forever.
last,
that's
yeah,
it.
Oh,
Like
everything.
yeah, this is
everything.
it. I
Yeah.
already told him this is going to work.
Oh, we'll be telling the grandkids about this.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
Y'all won't believe how we met.
Man, there was this thing back in the day called Facebook long distance dating.
You
I
know,
ain't got that no more now.
Right, right,
Uh,
right.
man.
You know. So
Hmm.
earlier you was talking about your boys, Twyla,
Uh-huh.
and something just came to me. It was like in that long distance relationship, and how does or can he influence your boys, or does he influence your boys in any way?
So he has not actually met them. That is probably later on this year. I've been trying to figure out how that interaction will look.
Hmm.
Okay.
And the reason why I did not do that in the beginning was because I wanted to make sure everything was, gonna be right. Like, this is it. So, but now that I know that we are not going anywhere anytime soon, it will happen. But I will say the how he influences them is the suggestions that he gives me when it comes to parenting boys. So listening to what he has to say, I then take that information and apply it.
That's what's
I'll
up.
be like, hey, I have a parenting question.
Yeah.
Because, he has brothers. I'm an only child. So
Hmm.
I have boys. Like, I
and I
don't
got
get them
5 brothers.
sometimes.
You have
Right.
5 brothers?
Yeah, I have brothers, no sisters, so it's all boys
Man,
on my end.
he
Yeah,
said
so
growing up in Texas,
Right.
it was a what do y'all call a gruesome twosome? What y'all call?
so Twyla, I actually commend you, and I think that's almost another topic about not necessarily introducing a man to your children until you know it's right, until everything's
Mhm.
perfect. You know, I don't. Me personally, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but me personally, I wouldn't like to come in meeting your children right off the rip and you know, you
Mhm.
know, coming in as, hey, Uncle Bearded guy.
Right.
You
Exactly.
know?
It's your new Uncle
Now,
Bearded guy.
Wow, putting the
now,
friends on.
now we did talk about that, right? And
Mhm.
she'll tell you a lot of the things I'm old fashioned with because that's kind of the way I was raised.
Yeah.
So what I try to do, more or less, they know they get an essence of who I am by their mama.
Mhm.
You know, when they mention things like, "Okay, you must be talking to the bearded guy because we hear you laughing in your room."
Yeah.
You know, okay, they know that. Okay, this is a guy that makes them happy, makes her happy. You know, I send certain things, to the house. I might think of that she might like. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
they got an impression of me without actually meeting me yet. But I
Right.
try to leave a foundation that is positive.
Yes.
It's
Right, right.
who this man over here up there talking to my mama, you know.
Mm.
So now it's like, oh, okay, we finally meeting, but
Yes.
he set a track record that he's a good guy.
Right.
Right. So
And
they
Yeah.
more
know he
importantly,
exists.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much he ain't taking my mama down through there, what they say.
right,
Yeah.
He's
Uh,
uplifting her, he's motivating her, and the most important, he's making her smile.
exactly.
Mhm.
So that I think that's important, and I think that a lot of people try to move fast, like, hey, I want to introduce you to my kids and this, that, and the other, and it's like, well, if we're gonna be together, we got plenty of time for that. Let's not.
yeah.
We
Mhm.
don't have to rush that. I don't want to create animosity. I don't want to, and like I told her, these are young men.
Yes.
So as young men, you're always going to be protective of your mama.
Hmm.
So I
Mhm.
can only the first thing it's going to be is like it's going to be a kind of a protection if you don't know anything about me.
So true. I have a
So
follow
this
up
way,
question.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
No, I'm saying so this way when we do meet, it's already an established track record that it's like, okay, now I'm finally meeting you, but I've heard so much about you.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
I'm not a stranger, a complete stranger. I'm more of okay, this is my mama's boyfriend, and okay, this is the one. Now I finally got a face with the person that's been making her laugh, and
Hmm.
she's got a smile on her face, and and all
The
that.
way
Yeah.
it's supposed to be done, as we used to do
Absolutely.
back in the old days. I had
Right.
a follow up. Now, you said you hadn't met her kids yet. So when you guys spend weekends together, whether it's in Houston or Dallas, Twyla, do you let your kids know that you're with the bearded guy, or do you give them some type of insight as to where you're going so they won't be so worried?
I'm like, I'm going to Dallas. I will be back. I have
Okay.
things to do.
Mm.
But no, I do. Because like you said, they are very protective. Mother, where are you? They will
Hmm.
text me. So no, I do let them know. Hey, look, I'm going to go see the bearded guy. Especially if I'm going to Houston.
Yes.
I do
Okay.
communicate that to them, and they'll
Hmm.
just like, hey, make sure you're safe. Things of that nature.
Okay.
But when he comes here, he does not come to the house
Hmm.
for that reason because they're older. And so that's going to look different. You know, they're
Yeah.
15 and 17,
It'd be
you
like
I
know,
don't
baby
want
so
that
boy.
scene out of Baby Boy.
Yeah.
She
Shut
right.
wants
up,
the
man.
head.
Shut up. I'm gonna mute your mic.
And like, yeah, we do not want that at all.
Oh man.
Want some
So,
eggs?
so yeah. I just had a flashback again to that scene. Hilarious.
He doing some bunny hopping.
we gonna get to the questions around here someday.
Listen. So I'm now Jody's mama. I do drink my wine, and I'm starting a garden. But that's about it. But yeah, so I do, I respect them and create boundaries. And so when the time is right for them to meet, it will be in a different setting. And even then, after they do meet, I still don't know how it would feel like, okay, he's coming over to spend the night. I don't know. That's kind of, I think we talked about this before. It's kind of like awkward, I guess,
Well,
So,
There's definitely gonna be some awkwardness to it.
again, I'm old fashioned, right?
Mhm.
And that's the way I was raised. So to me, it would be disrespectful to them for me to sleep in the house with their mama. So I would never, and we talked about that earlier. I said it's nothing personal, but I would never do that. I've never done that and would never do that, especially if you have kids in the home. Now, if we were married, that's one thing. But as far as we're dating, no. I don't want them to wake up because, again, that's their mom.
Yeah.
Like I told her, mom should always be put on a pedestal. And to me, when you start bringing guys into the house, sleeping with them, you're not up here anymore. You're starting to bring yourself down a notch.
Well, yeah, I think it's a whole nother topic, but I really understand your point, and in a lot of ways I respect that point. Especially if I was a 17-year-old, 15-year-old boy, I'd be like, hey,
who ate my cereal?
Yeah,
right.
Who ate my fruit snack?
Who drank all the milk?
That show was good, dog. Tell your mama get some more milk.
Yeah. Up here playing my PlayStation. What's wrong with you? Get out of my house.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why you getting mail here?
Oh wow. You done moved in and you get mail.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh boy.
But
They are
those are
very
some
observant. Oh my.
great
Yeah.
responses to the questions that are being asked in the chat as well as from us. Marcus, you got anything you want to elaborate in regards, sir?
So, in these 3 years, what would you say the biggest lessons you have learned, and what would you tell future people who are planning to or looking into doing a long distance relationship?
Bearded guy, I'll let you go.
No. If I can go just a little deep, because sometimes I do like to, you know what I'm saying?
Where's the mute button?
Society is full of negativity. And what I would tell people is sometimes you have to tune out society to enjoy yourself and enjoy somebody. Don't let society dictate to you what's supposed to be a relationship or a perfect relationship, because most of the time, the people that's telling you that don't have one.
Yeah.
But, when you find somebody that you vibe with in this crazy world that can give you an escape, I mean, what else you want? They can turn out the white noise if it's just for a few hours, even if it's just on the phone. I mean, to me, that's worth its weight in gold. Now, I was blessed and fortunate enough to see that through my mom, my grandparents, my aunties. So I've seen a lot of marriages and relationships work for 50 some years. So, and that's the biggest thing to me. It's like, whatever it takes for me to be able to get that peace. And I would tell anybody else, if you can get that peace where there's somebody that's near you, or hey, you know what? If they're not so near you, what you can plan to see each other and enjoy the time y'all have away. Just like y'all can support each other from a distance as close as you can. Close, from a distance as you can close. then that's a plus. You know, y'all don't have to physically see you all the time to know that you with me. You know, we talk on the phone and she gives me encouragement, I give her encouragement. And to me, that's perfect. You know, now when we see each other, you know, I got some credits. I gotta cash in. You know
He
what
said he
I'm
got
saying?
some credits.
We have class.
You
Okay.
know,
I have some
I got some
seats.
coochie credits. I gotta cash in. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know,
You just eat your
you know,
food in between
I'm
time.
bringing all my receipts. You know, I'm bringing in these. I need to punch in the codes. I need to catch it up. But you know,
Yeah. So
but the
Floyd
good thing
said,
is, you know, we get to enjoy each other. You know, even if we're not
Mhm.
physically with each other, we still get to enjoy each other.
Yes.
that is
We
so
got
true. That is
a
so
we
necessary.
got a response from a Facebook follower, Floyd Boykins Jr. say, "Speak that truth, bump society, and enjoy your life."
Hmm.
Yes,
I would agree.
Absolutely.
you got to.
I would agree. I
And Babe
would
says,
agree.
spit facts. Do it your way.
And
You
I
got
would say, you want to be friends with that person. The biggest thing is people meet someone and then they kind of rush into things without truly get to know
To
who it
know a
is.
person. Yeah.
Right. So for me personally, this was a different experience because, like I said, for 6 months, the only thing we could do was actually talk over the phone.
Yes.
Hadn't seen each other, and that was new. Whereas before, in previous dating experiences, you meet someone, you go out soon after that, but you really don't get to know them to a
Yes.
certain degree. But in this particular dynamic, that's what we did. We truly got to know each other, and I will say we are continuing to learn each other as well.
Mhm.
So that's what the past 3 years have been like. It's learning each other, having fun, being supportive of each other. Um, yeah, he's my best friend.
There you
uh, that's what I'm talking about. And I really want to applaud you guys about this type of love that you have and this type of
Hmm.
chemistry. It's amazing. And I believe you two are perfect for each other. Trust me. Y'all are freaking perfect for each other.
And for those that are listening and following, this is a representation of love can be found. If you can't find them at the grocery store, get online. Love is out there. It's everywhere. Even if it's a couple of states away, go find it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good men and
And
women are out there. They really are. So change the narrative of, there's no good men out there. There's no good black men out there. You really have to change that narrative. And
Yes.
for men, saying whatever it is negatively about women, because there are good women and men out there. You may have to go through the pool and swim through some trash, but there are good people out there. Hmm.
you know, as my babe will probably also not probably she will say is, make yourself ready. So when that
Right.
person appears,
Hmm.
you're ready to if it's the challenge of long distance relationship, you're ready to make it work. You know,
Right.
where you did all the necessary healing. In a lot of cases, you're
Plug,
journaling. Yeah,
plug,
well,
message. Wait a minute. Hold it
Message.
back up again.
you know,
Message.
yeah, I'm support her any way I
Come on,
can.
shameless plug.
No.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, I'll do you one better. Watch this. Hold on.
Wait, is it a commercial?
Oh wow. Let me figure out how to do that.
Yeah, you see, you gave something. You got something he got accomplished now.
Oh,
He
I
give you a
see. I see
website.
out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
KeisCoaching.com.
Yes, if you need
That's what I'm
healing
talking about.
within yourself before you get in any relationship, whether that's long
Mhm.
distance or not, you need to get your journal by Kia McClain.
Now, once they've gotten their healing in themselves together, now they need to seek the intimacy. Where can they go to get that?
Oh, they come see me.
Okay, at twalabegood.com.
Right. You get healed, then you come see me after the healing.
There you
So I
go.
can coach you and teach you how to continue to have a healthy relationship and
Or
have
sexual
a
healing.
sensual sex life.
You know,
Some Marvin Gaye. Bearded guy's all smiles. He's all
yes,
smiles.
sir.
So
And when you
Yeah.
want to come and get all of this on a platform, you would come to datethefromthereal.com, where
There
we
you go.
empower
Look at that.
Black couples and singles to be the best version of themselves.
Right,
And then you
right.
go out and support the co-hosts, such as myself, as I am a writer, author, and poet at JuniorLilyPublications.com. Get out there and buy them books, man.
I love it.
Hey, yes, sir.
Yes.
so now
Hmm.
now, before one thing I'm gonna ask you guys, just now let's put me in. So Don, I'm gonna put you on hot seat with me.
Okay.
Is there anything that you would like to address to me or my co-host? Since we've been putting you on a hot seat all day, if there's anything that you would like to bring to us? Oh, wait a minute. Before we start that, in the comments, we gotta forget about our one of our favorite DAR members, Floyd Bokin Jr. Floyd, put your website on there how we can support you as well.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I gotta support Floyd.
Floyd is one of our number one contributor, one of our number one people. Go support him. He's another
Mhm.
poet, artist. Man, he must do it all.
Yep. If you need artwork in your home, yes, check his artwork out. It's really good.
Yeah. And make sure so in the comments says make sure you follow Twila Be Good, right? And get her a book and schedule a coaching. So, true story, and to be transparent, Babe and I attended one of those sessions. When I say we had so much fun, I ain't gonna get into detail, but it was fun. Boy.
We
Yeah,
had a great time.
yeah, well, I'm smiling
Yeah, we
ear to
did.
ear. Yeah,
We had so much fun. Even after class,
yes.
we had a ball. Yeah, fun time. Yeah.
So, is it anything that, like I said, you want to address to Donna or myself? Like anything you want to talk about? We got a couple minutes. I know
Mm.
Well,
we've
let me
been
ask.
really.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me ask you guys, because y'all been doing this show. What have y'all? How have y'all perspective changed on the dating scene and relationships since y'all started to now?
Mm.
I'll jump first. I'm going to say my perspective has totally changed. I am more open minded to different concepts and different theories of dating and aspects of love. Going through life, you see things one way because you're doing things one way, and you got your blinders on. You're just trying to make it through. You're trying to keep your head down and barrel through, but when you get to a certain point when you're with someone, you have to now step back and see the bigger picture and look at things from different aspects. So, being a part of this show, this has allowed me to broaden my horizon, open my eyes more, and focus on what the true meaning of a relationship and love is, and not just being one-sided or as I used to be back in my old days, up and get mine and and go about my business. So you can't do that as you get older. You have to do things different.
Mm.
Good answer. I like that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Repeat the question, sir.
Hey, let me change it up for you there, brother Marcus, because I don't want no consequences or repercussions. How have you seen other people or your ideal of your own relationship? How has it evolved seeing how other people contribute or talk about their relationship and their dating aspects? I have your own view of what you call a relationship and what you see outside of that.
Okay, so great question. You know, just by us doing this, I'm gonna say the first thing what I thought I knew, I don't know shit, but I'm learning more and more. Just it's making me research. Um, our relationship, it makes me also as we address different topics. it makes me address those topics in my own relationship.
Mm.
And by us focusing on so much on the positives, I have actually met people who have taken our message and reevaluated how they approach dating. And I'm not going to share in it, but it has been a success story.
Mm.
You know, so when you hear somebody who a success or saying, "Hey, they change for the positive and keeping them on going and want to do the healing for themselves," like on Tuesdays, every other Tuesday, it's very it keeps me motivated.
Mm.
And between that, helping people and to seeing what I'm doing wrong in my own relationship to make it to improve, because my relationship is not perfect. I'm not perfect. She's not perfect. But like I always tell each other, we tell everybody else we're perfect for each other. So, and this platform really helped me evaluate my past and say, "Yo, yeah, you really did a lot wrong. More wrong than you think you thought you did. You really did a lot wrong. And this is your time to, set the course right. Do what you're supposed to be doing. Step into your role." And so that's my answer to that.
Mm.
Good answer. I like that.
Good
Yeah.
answer. Okay. Glad you guys are learning.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That's great.
Yeah. When we stop learning, we're not growing. We're not evolving, I should say.
Yeah.
Right.
When we stop learning, we're gonna fall. I mean,
Mhm.
that's like you saying you can't tell me nothing. Any man who say, "Yeah, you can't tell me nothing," they don't know nothing.
Mm.
Well, I always say this: whether you know it or not, you're always evolving. Now the question is, are you evolving together or are you evolving apart?
Right on. I
There
totally
you
agree
go.
with you.
There you go.
Mm.
There you go. Well said. Well said.
Mhm.
Well, I think this is gonna bring us to the end of another Wednesday Night Live. I appreciate Twilight Be Good, the bearded guy. I appreciate you coming, Don.
Yes, sir.
As always, thank you for being by the side, being a great co-host.
It's been a pleasure, sir.
And everybody, share. Go out there,
Mhm.
watch it, listen to it, share it on YouTube, share it on Instagram, on all your podcast platforms. Share it. Let's spread the positivity. The chat say, "Bearded guy, you did a great job."
I
Twilight,
appreciate it.
He
you got him
did.
this time. Yeah,
Yes.
See, I
man.
know she loved me for more than just my looks. She loved my big brain.
Thank you for saying brain. Thank you for saying brain. But you,
It
don't
is
worry, Bearded.
the intellect. Yes.
Yeah, the
Other
There
stuff.
intellect.
you go. The
Yeah,
intellect. I like
yeah,
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah. Boy, when we get up this live, it's gonna be some heated talking going on.
It's gonna be some furniture
Boy,
moving, huh?
This is like a date for us. You know what I mean? It's
Oh
like a
wow. Yeah.
midweek
really?
date. Yeah, because we rarely like FaceTime. We talk on
Mm.
the phone, of course, but
Dang,
it is
long
very
distance.
refreshing to see him. Yes,
Oh,
Oh,
you know it's
my
always
superhero.
and since you're always such a delight, it's always a pleasure.
Oh, I'm so excited for this weekend.
Another successful
Hmm.
relationship here on Date the Firm the Real.
affirm the real. I love it.
And we gotta go.
No, I'm not brushing you off. I'm just
Yeah,
No, I'm just playing. I'm playing.
sh-
I'm playing.
they, they got some work to do over the phone later. We know it. They don't
Oh
got
no,
bothered.
I'm saving mine for a close up meeting. You know what I'm saying? So, tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah.
Oh no, it ain't Friday night. It's,
Thursday.
See,
Sorry.
I'm
you're
already
so
skipping.
anxious
I'm
He
already.
skipping over
already, he
there. I'm
already
fast
thinking
forwarding.
Yeah.
My bad.
He's thinking ahead. He's like, man, I got
Yeah.
45.
I'm trying to
Gotta
jump a
burn some
day
rubber.
ahead.
Yeah, don't worry. You got
Listen, I will take
just leave at
off.
midnight. Leave at
I will
midnight
take off
Thursday.
work.
Midnight.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Let me see. Hold on. I think what Floyd says. Floyd says a beautiful thing. They are a lovely couple, bro. Y'all are a lovely couple.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we out.
We out.
Bye.
Later.